What is going on, guys? Pumpson87 here, and today I'm bringing you the ASR Round 3 for the Season 3 Championship on F1 2017. It's the Bahrain Grand Prix, and if you're a subscriber of mine for quite a while, you know that Bahrain and league racing doesn't go well for me, especially on the first lap. Casting minds back to Season 1. We got caught up behind Formula Fisher, had a really slow start, and then we got shoved off into the wall by, I think it was Vortex. So, not a great start. Our race is over by about 20 metres. Season 2, we're going towards turn 1 all innocently, and we get power drive from the side. The tyre front end of the car just gone. And although we did finish the race, it did severely affect it. Let's just hope for this race we can actually have a clean start and not get taken out in instances like that. Let's hope we can have that. We qualified P8 in the grid. It was a fairly okay lap. It wasn't that great considering a lot of people around us qualified on the soft tyres. I feel like I could have got better, but nonetheless, 8th place, still in the mid pack, so it's a bit risky, but it should be a good place to start, and hopefully I can get some good points for this race. Trashy will be a 2-stop for today. A lot of people start trying the 1-stop, but I think the 2-stop will probably be more cheaper for me, a bit more fun as well, so that hopefully should excite the race up a bit more. So, 5 lights are out now, and away we go. Actually a really good start, ahead of our teammate Master Berserk, who's a reserve for this race, replacing KB4. Now going towards turn 1 behind AOR Charlie. A little bit of a lag contact maybe with him as a part of the 4 wide through turn 1. We've got through cleanly so far. No, we haven't. No, we're on our side. We've just been shoved by many drivers. Got front wing damage. And I'm being tagged from behind once again and spun round. That's just the absolute worst start there. Just what is it about Bahrain starting a league race? I just can't make it through in one piece. I just can't. I'm almost losing on the curve for good measure. That's good stuff there. As we're now just limping back round to the pits. There's no way we can continue. When you only have half front wing left, it literally just impacts the race so much. As iFen's there, spun off to the side, but that's obviously lag. He lags so much at the start of races. Another car off, I think that's the teammate Master Berserk. He also desyncs the start of races quite a bit. Yeah, now we're going to have several onboard replays of the start because that was just ridiculous. So, going towards turn 1 now, we've got 199, has great start ahead of Dominator. We've got 2 cars ahead of Fitcho and the Haas of Exploding Emerald. He goes in the middle of both of them into second place, to get shoved from the side. 4 wide, he gets launched into the air, somehow doesn't get any damage. I don't know how. He's so lucky, but as X-Factor spun off to the left-hand side, more cars spun in front of him, he goes through the Red Bull there. And he lost quite a few positions as he dive bombs the Haas again, and the Taurus is ghosted. But he might have lost quite a few positions, but he hasn't lost any of his front wing. And Warden's still looking quite good for this race. And now on board with his teammate X-Quicksilver, who started way at the back of the field with Ben Daly. And he's taking it very nice and cautious at the start of the race. He's got Judge Me behind. He's got another card on his inside. And he's looking okay. No, he's been tagged, but he's going in a straight line. That tag actually sort of helped him in a way. And he's getting through all the carnage, although he's got a legal overtake, so I'm not sure if he got a drive through from that. It'd be a bit annoying if he did, obviously, as there's no way he could have avoided that. Now we're on board a Chimchar, who must be just the luckiest person for all these clips. He tags the back of so many people with McLaren. The Mercedes there, it goes through the Red Bull. No damage. He survives through in one piece into 7th place. Chimchar there must be counting his lucky blessings because don't know how he made through that in one piece. But now on board at Brock the stuff, he had a very good qualifying, round the outside of everyone, so looking pretty good. Caught up on the outside and on his screen I just spin off nothing. I spin off nothing. I mean, what the fuck, really? And now we're going to see it from board of Joe's screen, which is probably the most telling, as he was probably the one who was likely to have the contact to me, which spun me round. But going towards turn 1, yeah, everything's looking pretty normal. He goes in very deep, swerves away from them guys, and it's just, the two things look different on both our screens. You can replay them if you want, but that's just sort of just lag involved. I've had similar instances before, but it affected a lot of people's races. A lot of people got damaged from it. A lot of people got spun out. It just affected a lot of races, apart from the guys at the front and a few lucky guys at Chimchar. By the way, on board a Chimchar, he spotted something, and he's even more lucky because he somehow ghosted through that. Explode Emerald there, sort of just destroying his car in thin air. So obviously he didn't like that patch of air he was driving through and just destroyed his car. And I don't know, some sort of like... I don't know what was happening there, but obviously on the end of lap 1, we have to come into the pit lane for a new set of tyres, medium tyres, see how far we can run this in the race. If we can try and do a medium soft run, doing the sort of one stop to the end. I mean, I was sort of planning to do 2 stop, and that would mean some careful tyre, looking after the tyres, which I'm going to be honest, I didn't do that well for the rest of the race. After the first lap thing, I was sort of dreading it, if I'm honest, after the SRR races. I was sort of just expecting there to be some sort of crash, some sort of thing that would ruin my race, and I mean, it happened, but I still wasn't happy about it, and I didn't drive to my ability. I didn't look after the tyres very well, especially around turn 10, and I'll explain more of that later. But now on board with another clip of AOR Charlie battling Greek Master 99 towards the first corner of turn 4. They're going side by side, and that's Greek round. I'd call that sort of more of a race incident. They sort of just turned into each other. It's a bit awkward there because there's a left-hander. The Apex is just in front of them. But that's a racing incident, I'll call it. Now just guys, series of clips of people pitting and me getting ahead of them, obviously with a little bit of an undercut. But Funk Guru there, coming out of the pit lane on soft tyres, didn't actually go behind me. He got in front and he pulled away a little bit on the fresher rubber, obviously, which is a bit annoying. Another personal best, and we're now ahead of Judge Me, I believe it is. Now lap 13. What's this clip off? Oh, it's a Quicksilver now coming in the pit lane just behind us. So holding it ahead of Judge Me. He's on the fresher tyres, but can't even get past us. So we've got a little bit of a training forming behind us actually. And now midway through lap 13, some new personal best in the first sector. But we get a little bit of Wilson, a little bit of tank slapper through the second sector, the double, the right left there. It's actually only a warning from the race. But why is there a warning when you go wide or lose time, make a mistake? It makes no sense. But now, we're on board of a clip that you might have seen in Ben's video, but this is another angle of it. On board of Brock Stuff, who actually recorded this and put it as an Xbox clip. But this is a good battle between Tim Marduk and Greek Master 99 there. As Greek looks for the inside, down into the hairpin, a pretty good move. And that's up to P5. So obviously the top guys, all having a good race. All probably just doing the one stop as well, by the way. And now I'm back on board my race. We've got Quicksilver going up my inside. Not really much I can do there. My left front tyre, as you can see by the graphic, is dead. It's got that sort of texture which is about to have a puncture. And that's because I just didn't look after my tyre. Pure and simple, I didn't look after my tyre. I have no grip in it now. It's all because of the turn 10 lockups. And I just didn't look after it through there especially. And now, coming into the pits much earlier than I would have liked. Yeah, I know the tyre wear is much more strict than China. Well, it's a little bit more strict than China, but I know I'm putting out comments saying it's sort of my driving style and it's too jerky, to whatever you want to call it. And yes, it is, but I can tyre wear better than that, and I just didn't for this race. Yeah. I'll improve for next race after today. But anyway, coming out back on the track now, we're going to do another stop towards the end. Two sets of super soft tyres. We're going to sort of do qualifying laps to the end. And now we're right behind Funk Guru, who we're trying to get past as soon as possible. He's struggling on the soft tyres. Not sure what sort of strategy he's on. He might have to pit again at some point during this race. But we're looking very quick behind him as we make contact with his rear end through turn 10. Look at him getting damaged from that actually, as I went in a little bit too deep. And that means we've got a good run though, up the back straight. He goes defensive to the inside. We might think about holding it round his outside, but no, he breaks quite nicely. Want to get a little bit of contact, but the battle is still not over. We've got plenty of opportunities to overtake. Overtaking is very easy around Bahrain, especially if you're much quicker than the guy ahead. And we're going to dive down the inside into the penultimate corner. He leaves the room, so respect to him. And that actually compromises run, so we might actually have a look down into the final corner. Can we look for the inside line? Mugadiras as well. And we're looking for the inside line, inside move. He wants to give a leaving room on the outside. And that's a clean overtake. Good battle with Funk Guru. Pretty much the only person I saw the entire race. And yeah, he's looking quite close behind us. He might be running less downforce. We're going to brake as late as possible, and there's no way he can get past us really, and we've got the position ahead of us. Pretty simple. Now to P12. So the chance of points this race really isn't that good, as he just sort of loses behind us. I'm not sure what happened. Funk Guru, if you are watching this, can you please leave in the comment section below? Say what happened to you, because I have no idea. I didn't speak to him after the race. I have no idea what happened. Was it lag? Did he lag off my rear end? Or did he just lose in the curb? Not quite sure. But X-Wheel Silver also bottled it at some point during this race. I gave him a position. And now I got go to pit lane on lap 22 for another set of super soft tyres to run to the end of the race. So now we're just going to push to the end of the race. Muscle Zerk has also, well, he's just got ahead of us, my teammate now. But he is also pitting again during this race. It'll be a good battle towards the end, as he was sort of shadowing us after we both got caught up in our first lap instance. I'm not sure where he was, but I know he got affected massively, which is a big shame for him. It's going to be a big loss to Sauber in the points tally. And now lap 23, this is Master Zerk pitting, so he's going to have two lap fresher tyres on us, so he's going to be quite threatening towards the end of this race. And now moving away from my race a bit, we're going to go on board with Broxter Stuff, who's watching once again a great battle on track. This was between Xvictio and Chimchar. You saw this in Ben's video, but this is from once again another angle, a pretty better angle actually, on board the spectator cams. And just look at this side-by-side action. Two great drivers, got to be said. Two very clean drivers as well. Two drivers I'm actually sort of on the pace with as well. So hopefully I can have good battles with them at some point during the season, as well, like this one in fact, as look at the side-by-side action. Great respect between the two drivers. It's true that it's probably costing them both a lot of time, as that's AOR Charlie not far up the road, and I mean they could have probably been a bit more smarter and sort of just helped each other catch up to the back of the Haas, but nonetheless, it's just a great battle to watch and great respect between the two drivers, and it's going right the way to the flag. Xvictio's got the inside line on Chimchar. Chimchar could have probably defended that a little bit better, but this is the run to the line now. Can he get past DRS of Slipstream? No, he can't. It's going to be side by side across the line. Chimchar's got 10th, Xvictio's got 9th. I believe Xvictio's got 9th in all 3 races so far this season. And now it's on board myself. Got Muscle Zerk right behind us. The end point of this race. We were actually close to getting lapped, by the way, as New Zealand Ryans won the race. Absolute dominant drive by him. But now I've got to defend from my teammate in the Sauber. Our tyre, once again, are just losing grip, especially the front left tyre. No grip in it whatsoever. The tyre wear for this race is just insanely bad. I need to figure out why. But this is an explosive end to this race. The Sauber, my Sauber teammate, Masper Zerk, getting the switchback, a little bit of body contact. They're going side by side towards the line. Is he just ahead? Yes, I think he's just got it, unfortunately. But here's a time penalty. So it's 11th place for me. I was quite close to the end with Masper Zerk. Good racing by him. Just a pity it's not over points. It's over 11th place. Not much I could do. It's a pretty terrible race by myself. That start really cost me. It really cost me. Without that, I could have been on for some solid points. I reckon I could have at least beat AOR Charlie. I could have been on for 6th place, 7th place maybe. But oh, well, what can you do? I think it's pretty much decided. I'm going to start from the back in Russia and hopefully get away from the start, avoid all the lag. Russia, next track, is a track I hate, so I'm just hoping for carnage, skip my way through like Chimchar and all the others did during this race, and get some decent points. Hopefully I can have a good race, and I'll see you guys for that race, whenever that may be. So I'll see you guys then, for then. That makes no sense. Good English myself. So I'll see you guys anyway. Palms out.